Hey, want to hear a story about my grandmother? My overly religious to the point of zealotry grandmother? AKA the source of my religious trauma? Though not every instance of religious interaction with her was abusive. Some of it was just weird as hell. Like, one time when she was babysitting me, she had me help her bless the house. I was like 7 and asked her why the house needed to be blessed, and she said that my mother's books had let the devil in and we needed to get him out. After all, a woman reading. How sinful of her. So she made some holy water, and we put holy water all over the house. We rubbed it on the railing, on the lamps, on the freaking walls. We dabbed it on the couches and the chairs. Over the staircase, we had a lamp hanging from the ceiling, and she took a straw, sucked up some of the holy water, and spat it into the lamp from the top of the stairs. We spent at least an hour, maybe more, probably more, blessing the house to cleanse the evil my mother had let in. And aside from my grandmother telling me that my mom had endangered me and our home and only her God could protect us, she liked reading horror novels. That is not satanic. No wonder Stephen King mocks religious people in so many of his books. This sounds like a pretty harmless story. Nothing wrong with putting a little holy water everywhere, right? Wrong. Very, very wrong. Now, I've probably made it pretty clear that this holy water wasn't actually holy water. That's not super easy to get your hands on. So you might be thinking, what? Did she just pour out some water into a bowl and do a little prayer over it? No, of course not. That would have been rational, and nothing about this was rational in the slightest. While my grandmother did pour something into the bowl and pray to make it holy, it wasn't water she did this with. It was vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. Vegetable oil that we put all over the house, on the walls, on the furniture. Oh, and here's a cool thing to mention. Years later, I found out that she regularly put vegetable oil on my face when I was asleep. I was the only elementary schooler with acne, and I was super insecure about it. My mom tried to reassure me that I was just an early bloomer, but I wasn't. My grandmother was just putting vegetable oil on my face when I was asleep, trying to bless me. I don't know what the hell she was trying to do with those blessings, but she sure as shit didn't get what she wanted because I am gay and agnostic, and she very much does not like either of those things about me. Vegetable oil. Freaking vegetable oil. Any decent Christian worth their salt would find this mortifying. Oh, for anyone curious about my grandmother's religious beliefs, she was originally Catholic but was shunned out of the church. Then she became a Jehovah's Witness, but they shunned her out too. And now she's a born-again Christian. And a very unethical one at that, judging from far more than just this experience. So my mom gets home and is absolutely livid. I mean, why wouldn't she be? She trusted her mother to look after her daughter, and the crazy bitch instructed her kid to help trash the house. My mom wasn't mad with me, though. I didn't know any better. I thought it was actually holy water. So she just sent me to my room and had a long talk with my grandmother. Which didn't amount to much of anything because my grandmother had me help her do this again a few months later, and the oil on my face thing didn't stop until I stopped taking naps. No one even knew about it until she mentioned it to me when I was a teenager. You put what on my face, you crazy old! So, moral of the story. If your mother flips out on you that your Stephen King novels are letting the devil into your home, maybe don't leave someone that irrational alone with your kid. And vegetable oil is not holy water!